This is Steve Parentale. Thank you for choosing us live across the South Coast. We're on Facebook Live as well. Good afternoon, Facebookers. You need to log in right now. If you've had that little ping on your phone, you need to get on there right now, because you will see not only the beast, but the beauty that is Claire Richards. How did that go? That's a good setup, isn't it?
I know.
Yes.
That was. Well,
yeah, I'll take that
nice. I'm glad you did it the way around.
I'll tell you what, I'm rocking your look.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving the gloss. I'm loving the hair's lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Do you not have somebody to do that for you now?
No. Well, yeah. Only for TV, really.
Only for TV.
Yeah, radio, I have to do it myself.
But we turn up looking a mess, and then Claire wanders in looking $1 million and makes us all look a bit. Anyway, talking TV, you're on Norton tonight, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. How exciting.
I've got to say this, because we had to break the myth a few months ago to people that actually Jules Holland doesn't stay up on New Year's Eve and have all his friends in around for the hoot money. It's actually recorded.
I didn't know that.
Oh, no, if I've just... Oh, terrible.
I really thought that it was live.
So, Norton was recorded yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
And is it daytime?
No, it's still evening.
He does it in the
evenings. Not quite as late as it is on the TV, but it's in. But although I was there all day.
Well, yeah, it's a long, old, drawn-out process.
Yeah.
Not like this radio lark. We can just rock up and do it and leave.
It's good, though. I was so excited.
Who do you have on with you? Who have we got on tonight?
We've got Dame Judi Dench,
yes.
Sir Kenneth Branagh, Anthony Joshua, who I did a fist bump with. It's quite exciting.
That hurt.
Greg Davis and an actress called Numi.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what she's in.
No. Greg Davis is funny, though, isn't he?
He's very funny.
How tall is he?
Tall. Taller than Anthony Joshua.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Did they do a little kind of height off?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But it was... and I had a photograph in between them. I looked like a little... Yeah, it made me feel quite petite.
It's one of our presenters here, Mark Collins, went on the same comedy course as Greg Davis when Greg was setting out. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Obviously, it worked for Greg Davis. Mark's still here, but no. And I went to an event once, and he said, "Oh, Greg's hosting it. I'll let him know you're coming."
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's nice of him. So I turned up, and there's Greg Davis, and I said, oh hello, Greg. Mark Collins is a friend of mine, and I won't tell you exactly what he said, but it was incredibly real. He said, yes, he told me that you were an absolute and that you were coming tonight, and you feel like about 2 foot tall or 2 foot shorter. But he was fun. He was a really nice guy.
Yeah, he was a nice man.
Yeah,
he is. He's nice.
Well, what time's it on? So it must be about
10:35.
10:35. BBC One.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't just shove you on there for the sake of it. You're on there for a reason. This is My Wildest Dreams, the album.
Yeah.
Shame on You, the single.
Yeah.
1st of Feb for My Wildest Dreams.
Yeah, which is a week
today, of course.
Yeah.
Do you remember the old days when stuff came out on a Monday?
I know. And then you'd wait for the chart
on a Sunday and no longer.
Yeah, it's all a bit weird.
Is it getting ready to bring another child into the world?
Do you know what? It is actually.
Yeah?
I didn't. I've not thought of it that way until you've just said it. But it is a bit. I've had it. It's kind of been here for such a long time.
How long's the gestation period been on this album?
Probably about 3 years.
Has it?
Yeah, from first kind of conversations and finding the first kind of song that really kicked it all off, and then obviously steps happened in between.
Yep.
So, and I started recording everything. I had all the songs mostly beginning of last year. Started recording everything, and it's all ready to go. I've got an actual physical proper copy
of it
now.
I mean, Steps will always be that lovely security blanket, that loveliness in the middle. But Steps coming up in the middle of you starting the album was a bit like, could have done with it with a different time maybe? or was it just a welcome distraction?
No, I think it worked out really well, actually, because obviously we did the album and the tour in 2017, and then we did summer shows all last year, and then we stopped that in July. So from July last year, we've not been doing anything together. So I've been able to concentrate on this. And we were always going to have this period of time off anyway, so it's getting ready to start the next steps cycle, if you like. So it's nice, and it means that I can keep singing in between.
Yeah.
Rather than just sit on my bum making pom poms at home.
Is that what you do?
Kind of, yeah, mostly.
I can't believe that for a minute. Claire Richards is here. We're going to talk some more in a moment. Put another date in your diary. 1st of February, a week today, for the release of My Wildest Dreams, Claire Richards' new solo album.
Oh, no.
It's great, isn't it? Great feeling.
My debut.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say, how's it going to feel? I mean, obviously, you've done shows, you've done showcases, but how does it feel like when you look around, there's no one else there?
It's a bit strange.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's taken a little bit of getting used to. I did 4 shows in December, and I keep saying that, you know, I'd sing the first couple of songs back to back, not speak in between. And I'd finish the second song, kind of turn around and have a little bit of a drink, and then the audience would finish clapping, and I was a bit quiet, and then suddenly realised that I was meant to be talking to them. They're all waiting for the next. They're all waiting for me to say something or to sing something.
As a solo artist on stage, do you feel the need to engage more with an audience as opposed to having, you know, a group around you that can take the slack?
Yeah, I think so. I think because whenever we put together a steps show, we work out the set list, and then we work out when we're going to speak and do our quick changes and stuff, and then we divide, we divvy up who's going to say what. And I'm normally the very last person to volunteer to speak, and so it does feel very much like, and that feels I could probably only speak once or twice during a step show.
Yeah.
But there's always somebody saying something. So when I did it on my own, it made me realise that you really have to. Speaking to them it breaks. They always say about the fourth wall, fourth wall or something.
Yeah.
That you just, it makes them feel like they're part of the whole show, and it's a personal experience, which is, I guess that's what I'm like anyway.
Yeah. And I mean, you've done half the job by them coming to see you anyway, haven't they? The fact that they obviously like you and they like what you do, and that's a bonus when you bring them new material, isn't it?
Yeah, I was a bit nervous because obviously the album wasn't out in December, so it ended up being a bit of a showcase for the new music, and it's always a little bit. You don't really know the reaction you're going to get, especially with new ballads, because you obviously want a reaction from the audience, and sometimes if you don't know something, they'll clap politely, and you'll think, oh no.
Do you listen to how long the applause goes on for and think, I've done all right there, I've got away with it, they've liked that one?
You can kind of tell. You can tell, and I was really lucky because I never once felt as if I'd done something wrong, or I'd sung the wrong song, or they didn't like it. They're all quite catchy, I think. They're songs that I've listened to an awful lot, and even from the first or second listen, it's in there. So hopefully they had the same kind of feeling as I had when first hearing stuff. Talking
of ballads, on the album, Don't Leave Me in This Love Alone.
Yeah.
Couldn't you have got somebody decent to write for you?
I know, well, I tried.
Diane Warren friends wrote this. For those of you that are going, who's Diane Warren? Quite frankly, go and look at any massive ballad from Celine Dion through to... I mean, she's huge.
She wrote Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. I think she wrote Unbreak My Heart as well.
Yeah, she did, for Tony Braxton. I mean, these are massive, iconic songs.
Yeah, huge.
How'd you get hold of that one then?
Well, I picked up the phone, I said, Diane, I need a song. I've got quite a few good ones already, but it was all through A&R, and my manager A&R'd it, and he's in touch with all the publishers, and he's in contact with her. Wow. I have actually met her. I met her years ago. She came to an H and Claire video shoot, which is a bit weird. But she did.
She's probably now dialing out going, do you know what? I've got a song on Claire Richards' album.
I know.
How's that? Forget Celine, forget Aerosmith.
Well,
this is it.
We sent it to her when it was finished, because my version is very different from the demo that she sent. And we sent it to her, and she listened to it, and she sent back, she went, it's great, it should be her single. It should be the first single.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
She's a brilliant champion for her, music that she's written, and for different people recording it and stuff.
Brilliant. Claire Richards is here. If you can stick around, we'll just talk some more in a moment. Tonight. 3 minutes to 5. Oh, by the way, we are just about an hour and 20 minutes away from lines closing on our 10k bonus. I'll make the call after 6 to win £10,000. Claire, what would you do with 10 grand if it just dropped into your lap right now?
Do you know what? I would go and buy £10,000 worth of copies of my album.
I'm afraid those days are gone now. You can't do that.
Well, I don't know. If I went to enough shops, I'll spread it out.
10 grand. Is there anything burning that you think, I could do with that just to... Holiday?
I don't know. I need a new bathroom.
New bathroom, there you go.
That's really boring, isn't it?
No, bathroom's great.
I definitely
Kind of thing that you won't do until the money comes in, but once if somebody just dropped you 10 grand, you go, oh, I'll do that.
I'd be straight down the bathroom shop tomorrow.
Yeah. Right, My Wildest Dreams is out 1st of February. The current single, Shame on You, is out now. I'm going to play it in a moment. When was the last time... Well, all right, I'm going to ask you, when's the next time you think you're going to have to do 5, 6, 7, 8?
Well, I think... next year at some point.
Right.
Yeah, we start recording a new album this summer.
Yep.
Which will hopefully be available kind of springtime next year, and then hopefully we like to tour near Christmas.
Yes.
So hopefully towards the end of next year we'll be doing.
Does that not cause problems with the Christmas shopping? You know that you're out on tour.
No, because I do my Christmas shopping on tour. It just means I get lots of different.
So I got you that in Norwich.
Yeah.
I got you that in Manchester.
Yeah, I bought quite a lot in Birmingham this year, I remember. And luckily there's a few spare bunks on the tour bus, so it gets filled up with all my shopping bags.
So Diane Warren reckons that the ballad should have been the first single.
Yeah.
Got Shame on You.
Yeah.
Was this an obvious choice?
Yeah, I think as soon as I heard this, I absolutely loved
Yeah.
it. It just got me straight away because, I mean, when I first was sent it had the same kind of vibe as it's ended. It's just a bit more now. But completely obvious. It's probably the most up-tempo on the album. And probably the one that's closest to anything that Steps would do,
yeah,
I would imagine. But it's, I wanted to have a couple on there that weren't all just big, belty ballads, just to give it a bit of light and shade.
Sure.
But it's still, I think there's still lyrics, is still quite empowering and still, it's not, even though it's kind of a breakup song, if you like, it's kind of saying, even though this has all gone wrong and you're cheating on me, don't expect me to be sat at home crying into my wine. It's all shame on you.
Shame on you. You had the chance and you blew it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Right, end of promo for this week then. And what's the plans for the weekend? Easy, quiet one or?
I don't know, actually. I haven't thought about it. I think... I'm probably washing school uniforms and stuff and going straight back to normal. It's not very glamorous.
No.
Not very glamorous.
I'm sure your lovely husband...
I'll be thinking about when I'm in Hyde Park performing on the same stage as Celine Dion.
Ooh. I'm sure your lovely husband will have something planned for the weekend, won't he?
I think we might be going for a curry later.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Clarence's husband and I used to frequent various places.
Yes.
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 Less of that, the better.
Yes.
So, Norton tonight?
Yes.
10:35,
10:35,
BBC One.
BBC One.
Do you do the song?
I do another song from the album called These Wings, yeah.
So oh my goodness, you can...
You're being spoiled with all these songs.
Claire, listen, best of luck with it. I'm sure it's going to be a massive success. Next week, 1st of February, the album.
I know. I'm keeping everything crossed that everybody loves it, but it's exciting.
Here's your chance to hear the single now. This is Shame on You. Claire, thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you.